Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya.
So when you are singing in bhajan, for example, and when you are playing an instrument for the sake of pleasing the Lord Himself, it's a different attitude itself. So into that, you completely forget about yourself. So they are absorbed of saying, yes, I'm singing for the sake of the Lord. I'm not thinking, yes, now I will sing like this and God will be happy. The moment you think like that, then it is I. Because for whom are you doing it? You're doing it to please Him. It is your aim in singing. You're singing for yourself to please Him, or you are singing to please Him only, not singing to please yourself firstly, then Him. Because if that word of praise doesn't have that longing and the love inside of it, it don't make any effect. It doesn't have any power in itself. But if that longing, when you're singing, you're dancing, you're playing music, whatever you're doing in life, if it have that longing and that yearning for Him, that love for Him, and what you know what it is for Him, what you're doing it, in your daily life, whatever you do, you're doing it for Him. You're singing for Him. So when this becomes clear for you, then you will see that come to Him.
Hey, good day, everyone. Welcome to Prem Lounge by Bhakti Marga South Africa. We are very happy to have you all join us this evening in Guru Sangha. So before we begin and I introduce our guests, we will start with an opening prayer, which will be led by Shankari Dasi. Jai Gurudev Shankari Dasi.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Can you do the opening prayer for us?
Yes, we can do prayers together. Ajnana timirandasya jnana jana shalakaya chakshurmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Hey Krishna karuna sindhu dinabandhu jagatpate gopesha gopika kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakai Chanagarangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanasute Pranamami Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ya kondenda tashara hara charada, ya shutra vastravrita, ya vedavara danda manjita kara, ya shveta padmasana, Ya Brahma Chuta Shankara Pratribhir Devi Sada Vanjita Samam Pato Saraswati Bhagavati Vidhi Pradam Sharade Vidhi Pradam Sharade. Jai
Thank you so
Gurudev,
much.
everyone.
Thank you so much. So welcome everybody. Tonight is our 14th session of the Prem Lounge, and we will be speaking to Brahmacharini Shankari Dasi. So I hope everybody is enjoying our sessions. You can catch our recordings on the YouTube channel on Bhakti Marga South Africa. So Guruji always says that each one's journey on the spiritual path is unique and very personal with the divine. Here at the Prem Lounge, we love to honor each other's journey and share our experiences with Guruji, so we all can learn from each other, but also inspire each other on the spiritual path and connect to our Sadguru and his teachings. So we come together in Prem and devotion in Guru Sangha, and this forms the foundation of the Prem Lounge, all dedicated to the lotus feet of our Sadguru. So Shankari Dasi will not only be sharing her personal journey with Guruji, but also teaching us more about the importance of Sankirtan. We know her from watching her perform at the Jasla Festival in Germany, but also in many Kirtan videos. My favorite is listening to Shankari Dasi sing the name of Radharani. It is so beautiful, leaving you to be absorbed in the remembrance of Radharani's name. So I remember listening to Shankari Dasi at the concert in Vrindavan this year in May on the Vrindavan pilgrimage with Guruji, and I was completely mesmerized by the beauty of it all. In that moment in time, I honestly felt so much joy and peace listening to Shankari Dasi sing Radharani's name. So we are so happy to have you here tonight, Shankari Dasi, to share your journey with us, but also to talk about the importance of Kirtan and Sankirtan, and so that we can learn more about the name of the Lord. So just a few Zoom guidelines. The reason why we have everyone muted and currently is to not disturb the meeting, but you're welcome to switch your camera on. And at the end of the program, we will disable the mute function, and you may use the raise your hand function if you have a burning question to ask our speaker. If you're experiencing any problems on the Zoom, you may message our host or co-host on the chat and they will assist you. So welcome, Shankari Dasi, and I'll hand it over to you to share your journey with us. Jai Gurudev. So maybe you can start from the beginning and tell us like how we began and how you ended up meeting Guruji and came on the path with Guruji.
Yes, I start from beginning. It was 2012. Actually, I first time to hear about him. And it was very interesting because from the beginning, I never hear about Hinduism, yoga, or something like this. My grandma and my mother is very much dedicated to Jesus Christ, to Christianity. And since small, they took me with for the prayers. And I remember I was small, but I enjoyed the singing because my grandma, they singing the glory of Jesus Christ. But it was a very long prayers and I want to do it so quick. I was naughty and can't patiently to see it. That's why I'm running somewhere. Yes, like I never lose this habit still until now also running or somewhere. And yes, I just the path starting from the beginning because my mom take me for the prayers, grandma, and I pray to God as I can. I pray to, you know how it is. I go to church with them and try to make conversation with him to some children request. And yes, I remember when I really first time, I never share this actually. I remember the first deep connection happening with God. It was when it was my grade. I'm finishing school, and it was the grade the last class. And at the ending, we all time had the celebration. But in that time, my mom was sick. and she has a cancer. And from this period, maybe my father is military man and mom is teacher, and we was quite adult since small. Yeah, I start working from the 13 and to earn the money, first money, because we have to, all together to take care about all our life. And I remember when she's sick, there all is, these bubbles we put in the air, sometimes their heart is, we put in the air. And I remember that this bubble, I write down the old guys is, I was 18, I think, so 17. They put some wishes. Somebody wants family, somebody wants the best career, somebody wants child, and there are many wishes. And I just close my eyes and I think about God very deeply. I can't imagine. I can't imagine the Jesus Christ. I just answering and call him very deeply, and I said that I know you hear me, and just make my mom be healthy. I want her to be here because it was the last stage of the cancer, and the doctor said that it's quite less chance that she will be healthy. And yeah, and like from all my heart, I just think about this and write down on the bubble and put in the air. And back, yes, the mom starts to be more good, yes, and till now she's very, very healthy. And from this is really miracle that Guruji is make it in my life that I can perceive actually, because before I was small and I not perceive, but this is like the first moment that I really, my faith in him is very start to grow. And but after that I forgot. I go to university and make my life, and quite busy in outside world, studying, working. And when I moved to St. Petersburg, and in St. Petersburg I opened the language center, and I finished the Academy of Public Administration, and I'm like a government ruler originally. Yes, and I have a red diploma, how it's called. Yes, and but I never want to be in some fixed place. I mean that working, the autumn travel, and the studying, and the life was very, how can I say, very active. And I said, no, I want to go to Finland. I want to how can I say, to finish my master degree in Finland, because I was the exchange student there. And it was my first time when I come somewhere. I mean that this is atmosphere in Finland is very much impressed me, and this way of studying and everything. But I try to pass my exams, but exams of English it was failed, and it was a half percentage that I can't go and start to study. And they said, sorry, see you next year. And okay, I said, what to do? And I said, but I have to learn the language and also to try to earn the money also. And I moved to St. Petersburg and organized a little center that I started to teach English the small children, and this way I a little bit learn English. But you see, not so perfect, but I try my best to share with you in English. Yes, and after that, I have some teachers, and I start my, how can I say, entrepreneur career, let's say, yeah, the entrepreneur things. And after that, I think, okay, 1 year, and I come back to my idea to enter in Finland, but it's kind of that their life is all changed, and I find there's some friends, and in St. Petersburg I very like, and I decided to stay there and not to move to Finland to study. Yes, it kind of not actualizing, how can I say, for me. And when the 1 year was there, and my teacher, she's the teacher in the university. She said, okay, Shankari, can you come with us in Finland? In Finland, we had some program, like we exchanged the experience with the Finland and some entrepreneurs. I said, okay, fine. And I go with her, and there, actually, I met devotee because the Guruji put us all together in one room. And you can imagine, I don't know about yoga, vegetarianism, the meditation, Hinduism, nothing about this. And I don't even see the Hindu god, or even Ganesh or Shiva. Now is very popular, but there, and she started to, how can I say, kind of talk with me, where I'm from, and after that she started to share that she's practicing yoga and all this stuff about Guruji. And I remember that I was very impressed, because before I didn't hear anything like this. And like even like 5 or 6, 7 hours, I can't remember actually, because I'm listening, I'm just be absorbing in this conversation, and I feel that I know her a very, very long time. And what she's saying about Guruji, practicing the spirituality, the all this way of living that she's living, I was so much connected. I don't, from the first second, I haven't any doubt that, my God, is something what I'm looking for actually, but I don't know that I'm looking these things. And yes, and she shared with me and said, okay, if you want, after 2 days, I want yoga, Brahmachari yoga teacher comes from Moscow, and you can participate and join. And I said, okay, yes, whatever she's saying to me, I'm already accepting, that like very much my heart opened during this conversation with her. And I come to this open lesson and this presentation, and next day I already practicing at Brahmachari and passed the Brahmachari yoga course. And after that, I start to practice but in course, actually, this is feeling is really again improve, again comes, and I said, yes, this is the second wave and the second feeling. This is, I'm not, how can I say, not ignore. Yeah, this is something comes from deep. And and I was so impressed, because it's not like typical yoga, because some exercises with the body, in my case, is very difficult. Yeah, but at that time with meditating, and I remember it was a little bit hard for I remember all the Sanskrit, even mantra, and even some Sanskrit words. It was so hard, but I feel very, very much happy there. And I said that this teaching about not about the yoga, but life itself. And this is conclusion I take with me after 2 days, that this is deep knowledge about the purpose of life. And I get it from the first 2 days. After that is okay, it's a big journey. But I said, but this knowledge is something what my soul recognized, because I remember the question, why you come for this course, said that I want to know God and I want to fulfill the purpose of my life. But I never, how can I say it, like so much be clear about this. But this comes to my mind kind of automatically, kind of Guruji just put it like this. And yes, I see his picture the first time when the lady is showing. I still remember this picture. It's one of my favorite also. And yes, from this I start to practice, and this is first changes comes. First changes in my attitude, behavior, about my reactions. I start to see some more colors in the in the air everywhere, in the university, and that I feel from I practice very much. I mean that it comes to the Sangha, and I took all courses, how it's happening sometimes. Maybe some of you also have this, how can I say, the path, you just take whatever comes, and whatever is connected with Guruji. And I remember he has a birthday, and I don't see him physically, but I translate and I type into him from the telephone of devotee, because I know English, and I type in them, and his response, and kind of interaction happening when I didn't see him physically. And and what in that time it was not so much opportunity to come. And the first opportunity came when I, like 6 months after, I come to Riga, and devotees take me with them, and to share their information. And I remember this, yes, and it was in Riga 2013, and it was July when but I still remember where Guruji is dressing, and I see him, like he was very not so tall, he was a little bit, and I said, my God, he's so little, so little and so skinny, And when he entered in the hall, I feel so much heat, so much warm in the heart. It's burning, it's physically burning. And I look and I think that maybe somebody's put the iron here or something, because it was so strong. And I never feel this before physically. And yes, I see him and immediately recognize that, yes, something special about him. And first his came, it's his smile, and he was so humble, that I saw him observing him, and he was so kind to everybody, and to speak with them, to bless. And when my turn is coming, I already know. But the devotee said, no, if you feel, you have to ask him to be the devotee. But I have so much, how can I say, sure that he's my guru, and I just said that, Guruji, you are my guru. And that it's not so much question, it was like a statement. But it was half, and he said, following your heart. And yes, and after that I asked him the name, and the Guruji said later. And yes, I remember it was full of happiness. Yes, and I said, I don't know even what I'm going to study from him, but one thing I very much know that I want to learn and to experience the love that he loves all people and all of us. And I really much want to love everybody like he's loving. And yes, it was very amazing that he was very embodiment of this love. And after that, I met him. I started practice also the some sangha. I all time come to sangha. I very much enjoy to speak with devotees, to spend some time, to sing together on darshan. I remember we also I also seen, and I remember how he's looking, but I've never seen before. My mother is a piano teacher, and I know how to play, and I studied actually in the music school and finished school, and this helps me a lot actually to hear the melody and everything. But on the first 7 years, I studied, and after like finish, I'm never play again. But yes, because it was so much also in school and everything, and it was the high dose of piano, because it was like 4 hours I can study, and I also want some play with some not play that, to spend the time with doing other things also. But yeah, it kind of come, but I'm not singing and playing. And when I start the bhajan, this when I first time I remember, it's very much, how can I say, touch me deeply. Yeah, the bhajans, the divine name, some melodies was so melodious, and I remember that I come to pujas and we sing. It was like 2 I think so, 2 years, 1.5. And after that, I'm moving to Moscow, and I'm moving to ashram. It's really, how can I say, my life with already I know Guruji, yeah, the 9 years, and for these 9 years is very very much happening in this path, yeah, in my path, and very rich path in let's say, because it's Guruji's grace to give me this experience, and to give opportunity to grow and to help learn something. Yes, but I see so many changes from the beginning. And when I come to ashram, it's also a nice story, because I dropped everything in St. Petersburg. I had a center, language center. It's quite coming good, and I never planned to move to Moscow. Even my father is there in Moscow, and mom is in St. Petersburg as a regent, but they are separate since I was 13. And yes, I said that no, I not go to Moscow. It's too loud, too busy city. It's very stressful city. And now most of my time I'm in Moscow, but not in Russia. I mean, most of my time I don't know where I am. The most of time with Guruji, where he is now. But yeah, that time I was in Moscow most of my time. And I moved to ashram, but there is no ashram in that, and there is no swami even in that time. And this ex-swami, actually, the Kamal Das, he's the one who is giving the Atma Kriya Yoga. And after that, he's traveling very many places. And he don't know the English, and I remember he said that, oh, it will be very nice if you come to Moscow, because, and he was in St. Petersburg. Teach him to English. And after that, he's traveling and said, okay, maybe I have to help in this mission there. And it's quite smooth. Yeah, everything what Guruji is doing in my life is quite very he's guiding. I haven't during this period so strong questions, what I have to do, what my step next, and everything is kind of give a clear sign what I have to do. And after I moved into Moscow, and my life in ashram start here, and it ages I can also to tell. It was 6 years I was there, and we moved from one place to another, and to organize many events. And the most of my time I was organizer. And also to a little bit practicing kirtan, and because Guruji is very much pushing me in this, because when I first time to sing, it was quite, I'm shy and not sure how to sing, how to do it proper. And so many fears was, but on a darshan, sometimes he asking, are you singing today? Yeah, or I said, no, Guruji, I'm not singing today. And it was quite scary for me. And he said, oh, please sing this. And I said, okay. And I go to sing. And he's very much support and still supporting, still doing this. And and I remember he's kind of guiding me in this. And maybe the 2015, maybe, even 15, I think so. That I started the music coordinator in Russia, and also a lot of seminars we give. We travel together. We organize an ashram, many things. And at the same time, I visit Guruji in Germany most of my time. And I start to travel with him in 2018. And actually, I think in Africa, it was happening in 19. It was my second pilgrimage with him in Africa. It's kind of trip, but let's call it the pilgrimage. But 2018, it was Kartika first time. 18, but this from 2013 until 18, I come only to Germany and was in Moscow the whole time to have seva in ashram and everything. Yes, and and this kirtan journey comes from 2015, I think so. 15, and as I remember some small step we performing in yoga days and in Moscow, and we prepare some events in Germany. And the guys from Germany is very much also helping. Now we can sing together, but on that time it was quite difficult for me. I practicing, and I try to listen Guruji, try to play harmonium. I start harmonium from the beginning because on the piano both hands, and it was quite difficult for me to coordinate. And after that, I play on the chords, and maybe after 3 years practicing chords, because I'm so stuck and so fixed to make a mistake and I don't play the melody. And after that, Guruji is kind of, gives a lot of blessing and a lot of put in me a lot of grace to play and to sing. And for other, we just when before we start our meeting, we talk about Radharani also. And in 2019, Guruji, when some pictures come later, this first kirtan that we are recording is Radha Radha Ho. Yes, this bhajan. And there is very funny story with this kirtan, because the first recording, when we recorded, the guys is losing some video. I don't know what's happening, but they is kind of losing. And after the first recording, we record some bhajan, but the pronunciation was very bad. The second we recording the Radha Ho, and it was they lost the video. And third one, Radha Ho, I think, my God, maybe I have to put Guruji's name, this kirtan, because before it was like Shri Giridhari Govinda Radhe and Radhe Ho. And after that, I put Shri Vishwananda Govinda Radhe, this one, Shri Vishwananda Govinda Radhe. And when I put his name, actually, this is the secret of this kirtan. And I still strongly believe that this is very much secret, because when it's coming, the whole voice and everything is so much changing. I can't recognize actually the voice, since I have some recordings from the scene from beginning. Now I very much don't know how Guruji is listening this from the beginning, because it was out of any tune and any pronunciation and everything. Now it's quite become more improving. And you can listen a little bit this also, but yes, on the early ages it was like, wow, it was not so much good. Yes, softly speaking, and but he's so patient, with us. He's so kind, and all these years I perceive from him so much kindness and in a relationship with me. He gives a lot. I think he shows this love, so much. And sometimes I even cry, because I can't respond him in such great way, such deep way, because we are limited. The mind limited, and all this love, our love is limited, and we are in the process of improving and and preparing to true meeting. Yes, true meeting with him. But he's so patient on that time, and still waiting. How can I say how we had this process? But I remember the old thing that I try to repeat myself, that yes, that he does a lot for devotees, and we have to really appreciate this. And for Radha, when it's becoming growing and many views, Guruji is on darshan, he's smiling, and he said, you're in India like a star already. And I said, no, this is not me. Okay, you are a star. And we're joking a little bit, and he said that even somebody is sending me your video, that's some from India, but I don't know how they know the number of Guruji, but somebody is sending to him. And he said the very deep words and deep statement, even Nadesh here. He said that keep spreading the name of Radharani. He said keep spreading her name. And Yeah, and something, something is changing, because in our relationship with Guruji, yes, the all time focus on him, and yes, the all deities is very dear to us, and we celebrate many activities. For yes, rather he's put some with you, because he's putting to it by ourselves, and this yonin and this, but Guruji said now very much in Canada, also in some satsang, the last satsang, that we have to be emotionally involving in our path. I mean, the fully participate here and take part in our spiritual path, not just observing. And the kirtan is actually giving this enthusiasm and this deep, how can you say, the joy. Because this joy that people said that, oh, Shankari, you are all the time smiling, and but yeah, he wakes this inside of each of us, and Radharani is actually, he's so give this joy. Yeah, Radha. Even in Russian, we had the same root of this word. Yes, the Radhast. The Radhast, it means the happy, the joy, and Radha also. Yeah, Radha and Radhast. They're the same root, and this is joy. Actually, I'm looking for all time, and before, for sure, we want to be the more and more, how can I say, to please the Lord, to please any service we are doing for Him. And if we do, like Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, with devotion and with dedication and going full into this relationship, He gives this, He's granted this happiness and love, because only Him can do it really. And the divine name, this is the secret of secrets. Yeah, because before, actually, when we start journey of singing bhajans and everything, which is very much the big example ever, because he's chanting the divine name all time. Each breath he's vibrates the divine name. Yeah, each bhajans, how he's singing, so pure, so very much involving and dedicate with so much dedication. And though you can't be so dry when we hear such kind of calling, yes, such kind of calling. But for this, he said that like Krishna said also, I want the tears of my devotee, and I never understand that what tears he asking, yeah, what tears he wants. But after that, the step by step, this connection with him comes, and this strong yearning, that these feelings comes more and more. But with the divine name, because before, when I'm not practicing so much, it just was it was repeating. But he said that do it, that even put whatever faith you have, whatever love you have on that moment. But he sees this efforts that we are doing, and he sees everything what we are wants to dedicate to him. Yes, and maybe you have a question. I don't know. Some or some.
Thank you for sharing. I mean, it's wonderful to learn about Radharani's name. I'm curious to know, how did you become a brahmacharini? So maybe you can share about that journey with us, like from being a devotee and how that step happened and what you felt and how it changed you.
Yes, this is actually the very the deep story for me, because it's also the great blessing that he gives me. And it was I was in ashram, like I said before, and 2 years I was fully in seva. I just travel and to be full in this seva, and I don't think about the men's and but before, actually, I have a relationship like 7 years. It's very long relationship, and I wanted to marry it, actually, and have a ring and all. And even our parents meet, and we are all 7 years all together, and everybody knows us, and like example couple and everything. But the last moment, actually, I said that no, I can't do it. I don't know why, actually, because it was before Guruji I met. Yeah, it was 1 year before I met him, because the real was different, But I remembered one statement that said to my ex-boyfriend. I said that, I love you like a brother, and I love you like the love of Jesus Christ. I said to him. And he was in shock, actually. He said that, what? I don't need the sister, I want the wife, yeah? And I feel that I can't make him happy. And I said that because we're different, I like to travel, to, how can I say, to study and to moving and very much active. But he's kind of calm, there's some, not so much, you're all time jumping, just come down, and he's kind of, I don't want to that I'm studying. And because when we were small, it was kind of okay, because we are like studying together and we was children. But when after that is coming, it's I clearly see that I can't make him happy, because so many differences, yeah. And I said to him, no, yeah, I mean, that's the last moment. But he was in shock. He said, well, he was very upset and he's suffering a lot. But he said, no, you met somebody that makes you happy, because I don't want so much from the beginning. Actually, our relationship was a kind of, the spiritual, because I am interested in this from the beginning, very deepness of relationship. That's why I had this 7 years relationship and kind of dedication. But this is quality, actually, Guruji put me from the beginning, because I was dedicated, to this boy, and not dedicate. I mean that dedicate we can go, like Guruji said, dedicate to God. Yeah, these words, but be belonging to Him. Like I can say. And after I said no, and 1 year after, mind started to attack me. I said, "Oh, I'm do wrong, maybe," because it was very good candidate, from the outside reality is like the house proper, like parents and everything good, property, prosperity, and his attitude, everything good. And the people did not understand why I'm doing this decision. But my intuition said that no, you have to don't do this, don't do this, don't see these material things, see that what you're feeling. And this is, I also very much grateful to Guruji that he put this feeling inside of me, and I don't go deep in this relationship and in this suffering, because it's you know how it is. Sometimes we push in and we are not here in a voice, and we are do many mistakes. And yes, I said to him no. And after that, 1 year I was alone already. And but I very much want family. I mean that, yeah, family, husband. And I remember I write in there some, in some paper what husband I want. And I want so much rich husband. I want so, the elder me, actually the age of Guruji is the age that I want the husband, the age, the more, like I'm 33, the even 10 years more than me, and everything, this stuff, that even Guruji fulfill these things. Yeah, but after that, when I start to live in ashram, I forget about what I want. I mean that what path I need to follow. This question is not comes to my mind. I just be wherever I am, and I'm not thinking about this at all. But one day in Germany, it was Christmas, and I remember clear that it was the old temple. It was 2013 New Year Christmas, and Guruji's devotee did the abhishek. It was evening actually. I did abhishek for Guruji's feet, and after that, J3 on that time he said, only brahmacharinis come and for his feet. And I kind of do movement, but he said, no, you can't, you're not allowed. And I feel that why I'm not allowed. I mean that I feel that I have to be there, I have to be there. And I really much want to his feet. And at that time I said, okay, if it is price for that, go to his feet or something, it was like 1 second thought or something. And I said, oh, maybe I have to ask Guruji about what I feel inside. Yeah, just share with him. Because on that time, it was not so much, how can I say, the information or knowledge or experience. We was very, very much beginning, and not so much Brahmacharini on that time, and Guruji, another initiated, but now it's more knowledge, and we're more aware what step we are doing really. Yeah. And on that time it was and I come to him the next day on darshan, and the thing is that I said to him, Guruji, I very much feel that this is my path. Yeah, brahmachari is my path, but I don't know, is it my mind or this is my heart? I never know actually. He can prove this feeling. That we are still so much in mind and so much in fantasy, but he can prove this really. And I said, Guruji, this is a feel, and what is but what you say to me? And he said, he answering, why you want to be brahmachari? And I said, to solve you to God, and not so much remember, but I said to him, to serve him, to him, to dedicate my life to him. And he said that that you can serve me when you will be in a family. And I said, yes, Guruji, this is I understand. And after that, I can't ask him anything, and he could kind of pause. And after that, he looked on me and said, where are you from? And he asked me sometimes he asked me this question, where I'm from. And I said, Guruji, I'm from ashram in Moscow. Yeah, I live in ashram because before I said that I'm in Russia, in Moscow, and St. Petersburg, and now I say that I'm from ashram. That's to make him clear that I'm not from the street. I live in ashram. And he looked all in ashram. He said, "Oh, very nice." And he looked somewhere, and he said, "Yes, you can be." And I remember my feeling because it was so deep. So much happiness, so much joy I feel in that moment that he accepted me. Like I'm come back home. Like, my God, it's really amazing. It was. I go straight away from darshan to Babaji Cave, and I was like 1 hour. I was in deep meditation. I can't aware anything what's happening with me. I never, so much meditation that, that I can't meditate so long, let's say, and very much quiet. Yeah, but on that time, it was some very much deep feeling. I think he put grace and he gave initiation straight away, this away. And after that, I said, yeah, Guruji, give me the blessing and everything. And it was full of bliss, full of bliss. And even people said, wow, she's so happy. Yeah. But before, when asking him before, one devotee is coming and said, this is very serious decision and you can't after that step back, and you let very much to, how can I say, to think. But I think one day that I was like not thinking actually, because the main idea was that I feel this, this feeling is pulling me, and I put, how can I say, decision in his hand, and I'm not fear what he asked, what he said to me, and I'd even gather whatever he wants. And for sure, I was very happy. I was very happy. And after, I think I come at home, and I decided to speak with my parents, because it's also very interesting how they react actually. Because when I share the Guruji also we was in France, and I share with this, and it was very deep story. And when I come back, my mom and dad, I want to be very much honest with them, not expected from me anything about the family or something, but they actually not expect before, but quite give me the freedom and the choices and in to make my life, that more feeling living how I feel, and following this heart. And even when I said to my mom that no, I'm not going to marry, and she said that, okay, but if you're not married now, you'll never be married. I said, Mom, you remember these words? And she said, no, I don't remember. I said, but now, yeah, she's even spelled this without any, how can I say, putting this in, not aware actually that it was before, yeah. But when I come to her and I share in this conversation with her about Guruji, and she said, from the outside words, I'm a little bit sad, because we are all time to spend together time, and now I know that you are not belonging to me, maybe we can see each other less and everything, because she expect that in that time they already see not so often, because I was in Moscow, and all time to travel and to do all this, organizing events, seva and everything. And she said, but from the side of spirituality, I'm very blessed, mother, that you are dedicated your life to God. And I hear this because from the beginning, when I start, she kind of be scary about all these things because she's Orthodox and this Hindu tradition is a little yoga. She thinks that it's hobby, but after that I come deep and deep in this, and she don't want to go with me, but we are like a friends for time, and she's kind of starts being against this. Oh, you have another family, why you're not with us, and you spend your time there and give our money there, you know, all these things. And I'd even to move to Moscow and all this entrepreneur life, I started to teach meditation, simple meditation, and some classes, and just whatever Guruji is giving me like a students, and yes, this income comes little, and she was also upset that before very much, how can I say, to improving in the work and also to get money and everything, but now I have a little and I have a lot of service, and nobody is paying for this, you know, or something like this. And but now how she's transforming even 2 years, never practicing everything, but she become a vegetarian also. And my brother also become vegetarian, but he said the first he was like, oh, this is things, you know, that he's reject. But now I see how much transformation through Guruji's grace happening. And mom said that, you know, I want to support you, and I want to come with you in Germany in your initiation. And I thought that she's really saying this, you know, that this is not, she's really, how can I say, what I know about you, you know. And I said like, this is Guruji's blessing that she wants even to help to support me and to be in this very important moment with me. But she didn't met Guruji before, and this first time actually when she's come to Germany on that time, and we planned my initiation in 2014 on Shivaratri. Yes, and but Swamini, one of Swamini, she's become ill, and she only one who can do it in that moment, I think so. And she said, no, I'm sick, I can't do it. And initiation is not happening at that time. But mom has a darshan of Guruji, and she said that, you know, whichever is Guruji, whatever God's plan is the right moment. Yeah. And she said that I'm happy to see Guruji, and now I see that you are in the very safe, good, caring hands. And this make me actually, you know, deep realize that there is no, we should have no fear to share with our dearest, actually, to our family, because I know that sometimes we had some of devotee very much have a strong situation about the parents, about some relatives. But this is actually that Guruji is put when we are sincere in our path. He even transformed our parents and our people who is around him, because it's clear for me that he's make this blessing, and he made it real that my mom came and she's give me so strong support, and she's not initiated devotee, but she's still giving me strong support. About you, I can say that she's my friend. She's my true friend, that she's all the time with me, and she knows who I am and how I behave, and she's never give up, but Guruji, for sure, this is a supreme Lord and supreme friend and beloved, and they're all this relationship in him. Yes, but about my mom, she's like, very touching me how she's react, and now she's helping. Yes, and my father, when I came to him and said, "My boy, I want to be brahmachari, and Guruji's give a blessing," and he said, "Oh, this is your Hindu man." I said, "Yeah, this is a Hindu man." Yes, but he said, "But why not Orthodox religion?" I said, "My God, he's not asking me that I want to become a nun." But he said, "Why not in the Orthodox tradition?" And I said, "My God, my father is make me so much love." And I said, "We also love Jesus Christ, but Guruji is in this tradition, and we're following this Hindu path, but all paths, to dedicate to God and blah blah blah." I said, "I love Jesus Christ also so much." And they said, okay, whatever you decide, I want that you will be happy. And still, when we meet with him, he said, "You don't change your mind?" I said, "Dad, no, to just pray that I'm never change my mind. That they give me this blessing that even thoughts I haven't anything." Yes, and he's just smiling, and he see actually that I'm happy. Yeah, that I don't need to tell anybody about that I'm happy. I am just no, that whatever life I'm living is just my life. The gorgeous, great gift, and the now how I become brahmachari in 2015. I come to Guru Purnima, and Samini initiated me, and Guruji's was in there also initiation. It was old temple, and he present in the initiation. It was also sweet. I wondering is these pictures because I remember on that time, they make pictures. There are now more pictures for sure, but on that time it's quite rare on the specific occasion. Yes, and after that, 2015, my journey of Brahmacharini happening. Yes, but still discover all this deepness that Guruji gives and all this blessing. But from the beginning, I feel that I'm so lucky to meet him, and when my life is like before, after, it's just improving and dedicate to him as much as I can to solve. But this is the story about how I. But actually, if I analyzing my beginning, yes, and I'm not married, and since the early age I don't want so much, the relationship with some like these things, it was kind of part of me also. But I think, maybe I'm sick, or maybe something not true, something wrong with me. And people said, "Yeah, something wrong with you. You have to be like very much want this stuff, But kind of from the beginning. But now I'm realizing, that's what he prepared for me, what he really give like a gift to be in this, in this path. Yeah, maybe questions we have also, and not so much people because they be late.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. I think also we're having a lot of load shedding in South Africa, so that's why we have less people on the call today. So maybe we can like share the photos, because the photos tell a lot more
Yeah.
story and they look very interesting. And then we can go about into talking more about kirtans, and then we can open it up to some questions for people. So okay, let me share my screen. So this is the first one. You can see my screen. So yeah, these were some really beautiful pictures of like, some very special moments with Guruji. So maybe you can share about them. I've numbered them so you can easily refer to them when you need to.
Yes. The first pictures that Guruji is actually signed, because before this tattoo, now is very popular tattoo. Shyam tattoo was there to do tattoo. Now I have even free tattoo. On that time, I haven't anything, and I haven't any desire also. But devotees comes, and I remember on Just Love Festival. Before I said, my God, I want so much his name on my, that to write. And but I'm so shy to ask him, even he sometimes to speak with me or something, but asking something, it's something all time difficult to ask him something. And I said, my God, how it is? But my desire is like in my heart, and I share with one devotee, my friend, and she said, no, Shankari, you have to ask him. I said, and during all Just Love, I just very fear that to ask him. And she said, oh, you ask him? I said, no. And said, well, you're supposed to, because Just Love is going to finish, and when you're blah, 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 blah. And she's pushing me. I said, my God, and why I talk with her, and say to her this thing. And she's like pushing me and said, you want or not? And after that, I remember during the lunch, I go to my room and just, I'm a little bit rested, just lie down on my bed, close the eyes, and just, don't think about anything. And she's like, in my lock on my door. And she said, wow, we are here. What are you doing? Come really very fast, because Guruji is on that time it was like aware that tattoo is there. Said Guruji is just signed for tattoo. She grabbed me, the very and said, come, and she just pulling me, to him. And I said, my God, now I not have any choice, because he's already looking that I'm just around, like coming to him. Said, my God, okay, whatever is your plan. And I had some pen with me, and he started, and I said, Guruji, can you write, please? I just, maybe I don't know I said to him, or I just put the arm also. He said, you also want? I said, yeah. Something like this, And and he started he started to write the pen, but pen was not writing, there's some small pen. And I said, it's not writing. I put the blood now in your hand, And I said that, and somebody gave me the big, him, not me, him, the big marker. And he took, so, wow, this is proper one. And he started, this is love. He's actually he make it with the singing. He writes, the first is like love, and very slowly, and love, and after that, like love, like, there's something kind of 3 notes, and he all time like sing this very slowly. And after that, he wrote Swami Vishwananda in 3 laughs. It was so beautiful actually, because 3 laughs, and they'd be so much big, in my hand, and I was so happy. I said, thank you, Guruji. Yes, and after that, this lady is doing like 3.5 hours, and said, "Oh, I never make a tattoo. It's very painful, and something blah blah." But now I have a Radharani here, Radha, and also Vital. This Vital I did in the now in Vital Tham. And yes, I said, "Oh, I never take a tattoo, but now you know how it is." Yeah. And this is 4 pictures where we're dancing with Guruji on Navaratri. And very soon Navaratri, we danced with him around, and it was very lovely moment actually, because the first time I make him with him these sticks, and it was so nice. Yeah, and 5, this picture is when he said actually that you're popular in India, and in this picture 5, 6, he gives the blessing to spread Radharani's name. Well, sorry. And 7, 8, it was also darshans. It was the next day of darshans. Yes, and you see how he's smiling, how he's nice. This is 5 photos, very much dear to me, because I took his hand and make like this, because many of my time when he gives the hand, I do like this. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. So this one was very interesting because it's all the moments in South Africa. So you can share that with us.
Yeah, it was in South Africa, and it was very amazing journey. Yeah, because we are not planning, and you remember this inauguration happening, and the only like 1 month maybe before, the devotee get this message that whatever who wants, you can join with Guruji. And before, I had one devotee that we sleep in one room on during Navaratri, and we meet each other. And I forgot your name, my God. And after that, I said, my God, Africa is very, and also the inauguration of this year's special event. And between Africa and Russia, we don't need a visa. It's quite easy to come. And I remember I just apply, and the Guruji's proof, and it was, I remember there's some small trip. It was a small bus. Yes, we was in there most of our time, and I was in Durban also. Yes, we have many darshans was that time. 2 darshans was in Durban maybe, and after that 2 in Johannesburg. And you see this in Ashwin team, Mauritius team, and that time, first time, with them, we are preparing some also program, and this is Adbhuta, yeah. Now in Mauritius we have so much, so much kirtan all together, and very dear brother, and all devotees from Mauritius, very close. Yeah, this is, you see that, yeah, we come to Vishwananda Nilaya. This is on the picture 9, yeah, and we are singing kirtan there. And Guruji just sit, and he don't even have his bhajan book, because Swami Keshava don't bring. He's not expect that he wants to sing there. That we haven't any bhajan book, and I give him mine. And this is actually I start to following his bhajan, because for when he's singing, it's very not so easy to catch the melody in bhajans. Is a lot of bhajans, and they mess up, and everything is like not easy. But on this You see my and 12 also. This is a darshan, beautiful darshan voice, and yeah, start play and support him in harmonium. But I remember he said that, you know, you can't do at the same time to sing and play for me, you know, because this is disturb me because I'm playing wrongly. And I remember on this darshan exactly where they speak to 12, he said to me that when you play, it's very disturb me. And I said on that time, yeah, because and I said to Adbuddha, yeah, now you play and better we concentrate on singing. And I know how much Bridge is patience and this with all devotees who's playing for him and support him in a kirtan, because this is very far from, how can I say, from level that we should really, how can I say, to handle. Yeah, but he's still, this is, and I remember on Africa, there was some groups, they singing so well, so nice, so professional, you know. And when I sit on my harmonium, you know, to follow his bhajans as I can, and nobody can also follow because his bhajans need to learn and study, and we kind of following simple one. And I said in myself, I remember that, Guruji, but so many singers, so many great professional singers everywhere. But why you take me that I can't even follow you proper, you know, and can't even to take the notes, and you even say to me this, you know. And I said, no, you have to find maybe somebody more qualified, you know. But this that is comes to my mind, and after that he's very, how can I say, to show me that now that for him is very important our love that we are putting. This outside things is yeah, but how much love with him, how much dedication we put into it, this is he takes. Yeah, not outside reality where he can't even comprehend what's happening during when they chant the divine name and to sing kirtan with him. And we can't understand this by mind. And this is another reality that he's really much moving us and make us grow, you know. And yeah, and I remember this, that said, okay, what to do, and keep practicing. Keep practicing and make him happy as I can. Yes, it's also nice pictures to find. That some pictures when I'm singing in Vrindavan also with him, and the Maharashtra, his place in Maharashtra, and this is 18 in Mauritius. We're recording actually going the Jay Gopala Jay. This is Kirtan actually. We are recording at 12 o'clock at night. We was so exhausting. It was like even day before leaving, like 2 months, I think Guruji was in Mauritius. And full-time program, full darshans and many events. And we can't find the time. You know, we try a lot of time to organize ourselves. But what you see on the video and kirtan sessions, any kirtan sessions, a lot of hard work. They're all devotees, you know, that even 25, 30 people can involve in, you know, in one video. But in this Govinda Jaya is, I think even 40 people can involve in, you know, to make it happening to, yeah, from the video guys or for people, and we so much efforts, you know, from the beginning. And this is was, yeah, we try, and we are recording in the studio and said, okay, guys, this is the last opportunity to meet each other, because the Mauritians guy, they're working during the day. They come only the program and after darshan. We recorded in Guruji's ashram, in Guruji's house, the studio that he gave the darshan all the time. This is the place actually. And 12 o'clock, we come out at 2 o'clock. It was so, after the long darshan, after 6, maybe 5 hours darshan, we singing, and after that we recorded this. And some people say, wow, you are like looking very much, absorbing God. But I remember I was so tired. And even I can't hear, we're singing. We can't hear each other, and we haven't any monitors. And this is like your calm sound, but you can't hear what you're singing. And great is, make it happening, because normally it's the video and recording is quite bad about the quality. And this is the last day we went to recording some for this Govinda Jaya Jaya. We was in the temple, Ramganath Mandir, and we decided to do it there. But the quality of this video is not good. And Guruji came actually, he said, what are you doing? And we said, recording kirtan session. So good, and he's be a little bit with us. And yeah, after they said, no, continue. I said, oh, we are already finished. I said, okay. Yes, and he's even a little bit participate, and his presence, and this Govinda Jaya Jaya bhajan. Yes. Yeah, this is just love actually. And this is the 20 days picture. The nice story actually, because this COVID stuff, and we from Russia, we very difficult to travel at that time, because we have to have some purpose, and I just came from Mauritius, and I think only chance met him in Mauritius or in India, because of COVID regulations. And I have the vaccine and everything, this stuff, and I'm not planning to come. And but when Guruji, the one Prabhu, he's coming to Spain to Lanzarote retreat. And after that, he's sharing that Guruji said that, the borders are open. They're all this limited, in the mind of people. And when I see this message of Guruji said, how the border is open. And after that, the lawyer of a lawyer, of ashram, she started to write down that, okay, the Russians can come, because this, maybe 2-3 days you have to be in isolation, but after that you can come and everything, these things. And I said, my God, I have to really try. And I said, okay, I just buy the ticket directly to Germany. But people said, no, you can't, you have to go some another Europe to be 14 days there, and after that, without quarantine, they allow you. And it was so quick. And I just, they took tickets, and I asked them, and the lawyer said, okay, maybe we have to write your invitation. And when they realized that it's not so easy, they can't travel like tourist visa, she said, yes, I write down the invitation. And invitation was like a business invitation. And when they come to border, direct flight, they said, what's your purpose? I said, business. And the invitation was like, I'm seeing and everything. And they allows me, to come just like that. And when I passing by, I said, my God, it's so easy. It's really, they're not even asking me anything, just allows me that it, it seems like nothing happened from their side, because people at that time was already tired about this corona stuff. And I said, my God. And I remember I was one Motherji and me on, and when I come, that I didn't see, I did from Shivaratri, yes, but after that it was the Corona, and 1.5 year I didn't be in ashram. And when I come to ashram, I was so happy. And when Guruji see me, he said, "How you come?" Because no Russians, there everybody is um, in this idea that this is not possible to do. And when people see me that I am in Germany, they said, "How you do it?" Pa, because a lot of people very scared to see, to just. But I said, "I'm nothing. I'm just take the tickets and Guruji said the borders are open, and I try." And the ashram is give invitation. And Guruji see me, I said, "How you do it?" I said, "Guruji, no, it's your blessing, your grace." I said, "Yes, but how you do it?" And I said, "Yeah, the ashram is give invitation, and I just take a flight." And he said, "Direct flight?" I said, yes, direct flight, 3 hours, and I'm here. And he said, "Wow, it's really amazing." And and after that, because I'm not playing in Just Laugh and my performance, not in the list, because everybody that from Russia, nobody can travel from Russia. And he makes it happen, he's invited, because before I went to participate in some concert on Guru Purnima, and everybody said, "No, why in Guru Purnima? Because this is some holiday and some dedicated to Guruji." I said, "Yes, exactly. I want to make it happy and to make it some performance and meet new people. How you can imagine how Guruji will be happy if somebody, to talk about him and for new people and everything. And I want actually to agree to go with some another town and to make this performance. Even I want to be so much with Sangha and how it is, but I said okay. And after that, they kind of moved the date, and Guruji's bring me to Germany and everything. I plan something, but he shows me that you want to make me happy, but I make you happy even more, and you bring me, and you see this with all children. We sing this bhajan, and I was so happy to perform. Yeah, it was how can I say, surprise for everybody, and everybody. I was very happy that everybody from ashram, they were very much welcome and happy to see me also. Yes, and these pictures from this year.
Wow, that's amazing. The picture of Radharani in the background is beautiful.
Yeah.
So we have more kirtan moments at the ashram. Maybe you can share a bit on those.
Yeah. This is in Vrindavan we was in 27 is very nice picture, because this is also nice story. My story with the Guruji, it was in the Estonia, I think so. But before Guruji has the Baltic trip, 3 days with like Latvia, Litva, and Estonia, yeah. And we travel, and one of day, I think second one, I sing in the bhajan, that this is one I'm on the CD now, like the Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, this one. And I sing in this bhajan, and yeah, everything is good, and I'm happy, and gorgeous look, and everything is good. And next day, I come to him on darshan, and he said, "Oh, yesterday you sing lovely bhajan." I said, "Yeah," and he said, "Let's sing in this bhajan after darshan together." And I said, "Okay," because I know how to play on a harmonium. And you see that at the Kananda, he's so happy. It was, I don't remember, maybe 2016 it was, or 17 even, I don't know, remember. But this is actually moments, the pictures that we are singing with him, because when his darshan is finished, his look on me and said quite, make the sign that I have to start. But I said, "No, Guruji, you start." And the Kananda said, "No, you start, because if you start, you can't catch him." Yeah, and it was very funny, because I start, and even Guruji is following me. You know, he's the first time we're singing together, and yeah, interacting with him, and to communicate, and everything was so beautiful. And after this, actually, 2 days I can't even eat, sleep. I just singing this bhajan. I mean, that it was so deep. Yes, and after that, it's become again normal. Yeah. And this picture is also in Brazil. We was together 32 past that. After actually after Africa, I come to Brazil, also small trip. And most of my time I visit Vrindavan, this 33, 34, this Vrindavan. And 35, 36, it's Mauritius, beautiful time. Actually, this is another 2 hours to speak about Mauritius, how I come there, also especially during the COVID time, also miracles. And this is, you can see this year. But this year I little bit share like 2 minutes that this is Shivaratri. Actually, Guruji don't take me in pilgrimage, because only 40 people can allow us to join him, and he took some people he has to take, yeah, and he not plan to take me. But the last day, yeah, I was like next day it should be a pilgrimage, and I be there, and I'm study to Bhagavad Gita course, and I have to do some work and everything. And actually, Guruji is the one Prabhu start to call me, and I said, "My God, I don't know who is it." And after that, he's right down and said, "Okay, this is Udupi, and this organizer of Shivaratri. Do you want to still to participate in Shivaratri? Because one lady can't participate. She has a COVID. She can't participate. If you want." And I said, yeah, I very much want to participate. And he said, "Okay, but I have to ask Guruji." And he go to Guruji, and Guruji said, "Yes, she can participate." And I said, "My God, the last moments I'm jumping." But the point is that it was the 21st, and after, and I can pay, yeah, by card, but after 2 days, when I pay, and I had this amount, actually, only this amount for pilgrimage. I said, "My God, how I gonna to spend all my months here if I'm not without any money, you know?" But I said, "Okay, quite, you can work in online, some lessons, some courses and everything." And I spent all money. And after 2 days, this war is happening, and the currency is like rise 2 times. It means that if I'm not Guruji, if I'm not pay for this, that I can't be able to participate because my currency is to put down, 2 times. And this is like he only 2 days, and I can't even to use the card. And he take it, and yeah, this is also for me is a miracle that he take me in the last time moment, and I can be able to participate. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. I know you have to catch your flight soon. So I think we have a few minutes left, and let's just open it up for questions.
Yeah.
And before I open it for questions, I just want to ask you any advice you have for us, or sharing of knowledge and experience when it comes to kirtans. For example, like a person like me who cannot sing that well, or shy about singing and stuff. Maybe you got some advice or some lessons or experiences that you could share with us.
Yeah, I think that the best the best that Guruji is really teach us each other, inspiring each other. Yeah, he said in Bhagavad Gita also, when they talk about Guruji, when we inspiring each other, in this we find a peaceful and great joy. Yeah, the chapter 10 and 9 verse. Yeah. And this is the secret, actually, the kirtan also, because the most nice moment in experience it was in kirtan with him, and it is not with words that I asking him something or he said something. I have a lot of nice experience that is very without any words. It's under the and this feeling that he gives, and this security, this connection, it's very deep through the kirtan. And he's inspiring each other that's why I think so. He's most of time Western, most of devotees is Western, the nowadays, and we are don't know anything, and how we comes, and through our lives of devotee, we inspiring each other, because we don't know about kirtan, but we make it our culture and our life, actually. And I very much advise go fully into this practice, and really to very much to hold his name, because if you are not singing but you chant his name, and the old time we accompany yourself. I discover, this secret of secret, his name, and he will be all with us. But yeah, kirtan, I think that this is just mind transforming so much. I want to say this, that for me, this is the most favorite and most deepest and most simple, actually, because the Guruji don't want us so big things. He wants us to, but kirtan is open heart, and even to help to be an emotional involving, involving in each part of our life, because this is the deepness is coming in any part in our walk and our relationship, families, and everything, because the kirtan is very alive, make our life devotee life alive. And he said that my devotees should sing, and I very very believe that everybody can sing. Well, Guruji says everybody can sing whatever they are, but they know the one thing, that you can't it's not about the beauty of the voice. And Guruji said, this is last what I want to share, on Maharashtra, he said he just just said to me, come, and there's some situations happening there, but the main idea, he said very strictly, that don't take everything for granted. And he said that don't look on your beautiful voice, you're beautiful, you're young and everything, because this is all belonging to me, and I can take it from you 1 second. And in that time, I was so scared, I know this theoretically, we know these things through the satsang, but it comes so much deep. And I know that all that they have, this is gift from him. And if we make our efforts, don't expect anything, just love him through this seva, through this kirtan, just because the most beautiful voices that we are here is not professional voices at all. In Bhakti Marga, we haven't so much professional singers, and people think that we are professional, and not at all. And this is actually inspiring others to start the journey to sing, because but for sure, this is pride coming and everything comes, but pride can come even through any other service, but through his name, the transformation is very deep. And he just praying to be very much dedicated to him and be pure in our devotion and be, like flute, he said, in his hand, and just try. This kirtan makes forget about the strong personality, but it takes time. Takes time. But through his blessing, we're very much possible.
Thank you so much. Let's just check if anybody has any questions.
Thank you. There's 12 people who is listening me. I didn't see you all, but because I'm on the telephone. I hope you're well.
Anybody has any questions, you're welcome to ask Shankari, Dasi. You can raise your hand or type in the chat. Anything you want to know about kirtans?
Hey Gurudev, thank you so much. It was really inspiring to listen to you and interact with you and hear your stories. It's amazing for taking some time out with us. And I hear that Mrilin says you've got a flight ticket, so you fitted us in as well. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes, so this is much pleasure to be with all of you, and who is whoever is will see, and also the video.
Going to be part of our library, and it will be seen. A lot of us have lots of difficulties in South Africa right now, so this would definitely have a wider audience as time comes. It will be shared.
Thank you, because when I see that your Samparandap and many devotees who is quite long with him, is such rich the story of each devotee, and I'm so grateful to share with you and this opportunity to be with you. Yes.
Thank you, Ekya Dasi, as well, for putting it together.
I have to thank Natasha for recommending Shankari Dasi. Anybody else like to say anything? Oh, she's here on the call, Nityananda Dasi. Sorry,
I have been here since very beginning. I've been waiting. I've been cooking and was listening to Shankari Dasi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shankari. I think you answered all the questions that I wanted to ask, because I now in England, and I'm going back to Russia end of October. 30th of October, I'm flying. And then I have my mridanga there waiting for me. I have mridanga there, so I want to take it back to South Africa and I want to start learning how to play mridanga. And maybe on our south coast, the hippie paradise, we can start something, Sankirtan. Because I don't see any other way. Like, I think this is a way to, you know, when people like to sing and like to gather, Sankirtan is the best way to start.
Yeah,
It's like
and
creating-
Guruji said actually, yes, that's it. The kirtan brings people, and he's actually to make union people, yeah, unite people, and to because now is so much separation, and unite and give this joy. And the second and third is very attract people for the spirituality, because now it's very important to make them and this to open their heart. Yeah, to feel, to make them feel first. The people forgot how to feel. They're quite difficult for them to feel.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you, Shankari. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't know if Brenda Dasi had any questions or wanted to say anything. Brenda Dasi, did you want to say anything or share anything?
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, Dragaya.
Jai Gurudev. I just wanted to say that I was very happy to see Shankari Dasi after a long period. I hope to see her to Navaratri because I'm flying. I'm going there tomorrow, and thank you for sharing and for this nice thing that you said in the end, that that in true everything belongs to him, and he can take everything, anything in any moment, and he can give anything and everything in any moment, and we can't claim ownership of anything actually in our life. And it's very beautiful, it's very true, and I think it's very important to remember in all times. So thank you for beautiful satsang.
Thank you so much. So if nobody else has anything to say, I think we'll close up.
One thing, Ekia,
sure.
I just wanted to say that, well, there's so much of emotion and love that goes into the bhajans, I mean, to kirtans that come from Bhakti Marga. You know, you might be driving or whatever you're doing, and or whatever mood you're in, and when Guruji is on, and when kirtan comes on with Shankari and the likes of Bhakti Marga, it just changes your whole moment, your whole day. It just puts you in such a beautiful space. You know, you might have although you're driving or you're doing something, you get so involved in it, or you start clapping or whatever, singing along. You don't get that. You can't do that with any other type of music. For me, right? So that's so much of love, that love that comes over you. So I don't know how you do it, although how you bring it out. How you bring it out it's just awesome. Keep just, as you said, opening the hearts, and like with Guruji's grace, it's really beautiful. How it all comes together. But yeah, many a time it has changed my mood or my space, or my drive, the mood you're in, or your mindset. Just really, really amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank Thank you so much, Shankari Dasi. It was beautiful to have you tonight, to learn more about kirtans, Guruji's teachings, but also, like as Premananda said, it's true. I listen to your songs and it's like you just you transported to another world, a place of that bliss, of feeling that love and feeling that opening of the heart, but also lost in the divine's name. And I really felt that in Vrindavan when we were there for the concert. It was just beautiful when you just sang Radha Rani's name in Vrindavan. It was like, whoa, it was on another level. So thank you so much. We appreciate your music. We love your music. We're so thankful to have you on this call. And yeah, I don't want to keep you any longer because I know you've got that flight to catch. But so maybe we will ask you to do a closing prayer for us, and then we. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Kim Simbole Sadgurudev Shri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki jai.
Thank you so much.
You.
And I'm sure we'll catch
nice
you at the
you
Just Love Festival in Mauritius, right?
Yes. Hope. Yeah, we plan, but Guruji is already improved. That's it. He makes it happen already. It means, yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay, we're looking forward to celebrating and singing the Lord's name and being with the Sangha and have lots of fun.
Yeah. See you soon, everybody. Jai Gurudev. Thank you for your time and for the opportunity again. Yeah. Much love, everybody.